Deontay Wilder is back, and his potential next fight could be a very entertaining one. Let's dive in. We all thought that loss to Joseph Parker was the coffin closing for Deontay Wilder, and then that loss to Zhilei Zhang was the nail in that coffin. But no, Deontay Wilder is back, and he's come back with a knockout win, and now he wants to fight the big players in the division, that is, the heavyweight division. And he's calling out the big players of the division like Alexander Usyk, Triple D, AJ. Okay, maybe AJ is not a big hitter in the division anymore, but one name that has been suggested, and a person who is calling him out, is Gerald Big Baby Miller. Now, this, I think, on paper, looks like an interesting fight. This, at first glance, to me, looks like an interesting fight. And I think it would be. Miller is a big come-forward style fighter. Deontay Wilder's a not very skillful boxer, but has that punching power that can just knock you out with one shot. So I think this will be an interesting collision if this fight does happen. Whether it happens or not, I'm not too sure, but I think it'll be entertaining. I think it'll be a crowd pleaser. I think we're going to see a lot of big shots, a lot of come forward from Miller, a lot of probably Deontay Wilder getting caught with shots, but then eventually landing some big shots of his own and maybe dazing Miller. So this fight can almost go any way. And the way that Deontay Wilder has been performing in his previous losses, there's potential for him to lose. So that's what makes it more interesting. And I think this is probably a stepping stone that Deontay Wilder needs to step over to fight those big players. If he wants to fight Triple D, or if he wants to fight Alexander Usyk, then I think he needs to actually prove himself to come back and mix it again with the heavy hitters. AJ, I'd be happy for him to just step in with AJ the next fight, because I think that is probably the best fight for him to get at this stage. It's the best fight for him to acquire at this stage. I think that will be a big seller, and you could have that in the US, you could have that in the UK, probably be bigger in the UK, but you're probably gonna get a full house, and you're probably going to get a lot of pay-per-view buys from that fight, because I think that's a fight that people have wanted to see for a long time. They're both out of their prime, they both have slipped off their throne, so I think that fight is still a big seller, and I think that is still an interesting fight, and a fight that people, fight fans, maybe even casuals, are interested in and want to see the outcome of that fight and how it all plays out. But before we get too ahead of ourselves, at this stage, Big Baby Miller is challenging him, and whether that happens or not, I don't know. And whether AJ and Wilder happens before that, I don't know. But it's interesting times, and I don't know which way it's going to go in terms of who Deontay Wilder is going to fight next. Either one I think I'd be pretty happy with. Probably prefer AJ, because I think that is the build up to that. It's a fight that was supposed to happen so long ago and it just never eventuated. So I think that one I would definitely prefer. But constellation prize, I'd be happy to settle for Big Baby Miller. It'll still be entertaining. Anyway, I want to know your opinions. Leave your comments below. Until next time, peace out. Myths in boxing, highlight real scene, front row seats to the blow by blow scene.